So right now you are being gifted freedom as it flows through the earth and the air. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. So just remember, creative thoughts are free. Don't have to pay for them. And that you have the power within you to create freedom. Freedom is a state of mind. If you live in fear, you really put yourself in that box, that birdcage energy. And all you have to do is open the cage. I feel like a lot of people are afraid to do so, not knowing what's out there. So you have the power and suddenly activated. Free energy. Energy is free. Happiness is free. So creating happiness, creating your own power that you own your own power. It is yours. And it is your freedom. It's your soul's journey. You came here to be free and to create a world where everybody else knows they have the power to be free within them. There is no power stronger than state of mind. So collective state of mind, creating this happiness, high vibration. It is releasing the bars, the invisible bars. No longer afraid that you can create your own happiness. Turn power. Power is transformative too. You can use power as in a bad thing, to have power over somebody, or someone have power over you or your thoughts, not to have power over them. But power is transformative. So take that energy, imagination. Wow, I love it when exactly what I was thinking. Using your imagination, your mind. Your mind is creating. Again, creative. Oh, wow. I embrace. So I possess and I embrace. So I possess is like Taurus energy. I possess something like your own free will. You possess yourself. Like you are your own person. With that, you hold the power. That is your power, is to know this wisdom, to embrace and nourish the Cancerian energy, the moon. Number 7, that's the date, that's what I was doing, 757. So yeah, the moon is chariot energy, tarot. So I feel like really nourishing, like pouring back all this really nourishing your mind, really pouring in creativity and knowledge with this insight. You have the insight of free will. You have the insight of an open mind, a free mind. So to nourish those aspects, to really take time and allow yourself the freedom to not let other thoughts possess you, negative thoughts. Don't let the world suck you in. Only will if you let it. It's a power, so if you give away your power, free, use your freedom. So there is a creative aspect in your mind that is being activated. I feel like this part has not been utilized or has never been told, oh, we were not aware we could use this part of our mind. unlocking a door to this consciousness, unlocking the door that it is free. It's free to be happy. All the best things are free. And releasing, all right, so using your imagination, you have the power of freedom. So whatever possesses you, there's a need to free it. Anything that holds on to you, anything that feels like you don't have your own free will on things, doesn't matter what it is. Venus is in retrograde, so we are looking back at relationships that have been toxic or maybe even overgift, you know? Allow yourself that freedom of happiness, because once you take back and possess your own power, you create this happiness, and that allows a domino effect of other people to nourish their own and embrace their own happiness. So we have fire, air, and freedom. Would it be water? I think it'd be water. Fire, air, and water. Grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it, yes. So Leo season, fire, self, the sun, feeling like sometimes too much fire, you can get burnt, get too close to the sun, as the sun is a beautiful ray of light and warmth, nourishment. It also can burn you. So understand that when, just like the sun goes down and the moon comes up, you're not losing it. The sun's not being lost. It is just a cycle. So any feeling that you're feeling, it's a cycle. Allow it to be like the moon, nourishing your creative aspect. So when you're nourishing, it's like the moon, you know? We never really talk about what the moon does. Everyone knows what the sun does. But the moon it's the one that goes through the cycles. And it's almost like has every sign, every zodiac sign goes through the moon, or there's a new moon and a full moon in every sign every year, like the cycles of the moon. The moon is what kind of keeps that flow going. It's the intuition. It's guiding us. It's guiding us to the next morning. You know, it's the unconscious. So I feel like your conscious is holding on to something possibly that may possess you, feeling like that's the only way it can work out in your life, but that's not true. Life has many different paths. That's a state of mind. So there's a need to embrace this, nourish your new state of mind, the Aquarius being free thinker, truth, clarity, and going against, not being afraid to go against, grab onto these opportunities that are coming in. Aquarius knows that there always is something greater, always expanding and always evolving. Courage and unique courage. On the bottom, pride. I love myself and see myself in others. So that is the Leo energy again. You need to love yourself enough to allow yourself to be free from things that bind you, thoughts, people. Know that you are powerful enough to embrace this feminine energy of love, abundance, expansion. So we're going into the subconscious. Knowing that whatever it is that has to close out, whatever cycle, there is something that will come in, just like the moon. It always keeps flowing. It always has to keep, I can't think of where the phases, right? The moon phases. So it really tunes into the energy of the universe. I feel like the sun's really bright and strong and powerful, and it's there. But the moon is kind of quiet. It's still there, but it's hidden, and it's bright and it's beautiful, is just as powerful because it lights up the night sky, you know. It is bringing this healing energy. It's bringing this it's almost like when you fall asleep and you're upset about something. You tend to wake up and you're not as mad, you know, like they say, just sleep on it. You know, just sleep on it and maybe you'll feel better. You'll make a better decision, you know, with a clear mind. And I feel like that's what the moon does when you tap into your subconscious at night. It's like a higher frequency. Especially with these moon phases, it's always different. It's always different transformation. It's always a lesson, you know, healing, communication, whatever it is. There's 24 moon phases. Alright, so, yeah, growth. I want to expand my consciousness and awareness, yes. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn from opportunity. Losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. Well, I accept those challenges are the best way to learn. So I feel like you are accepting and growing. This is coming in. Knowing that you're never alone. So sometimes it does feel like it's a lonely path because it is a journey of yourself first, and then it's our connection. So I feel like this Venus retrograde is really examining our own self-love, healing our wounds before this new cycle of Pluto going into Aquarius for 20-25 years. I feel like we have to start this alone. And that is a challenge, but it's the best way to learn. And then after this inner knowing and you realize that you have the power on your own to be free, and you are more powerful on your own. That's how you grow your own thoughts. You crack these puzzles on your own, you know, without somebody else maybe giving you an answer that you wouldn't have came up with, you know. So having courage, I find courage. I find the inner strength to face the fear and confidence. That's also Leo energy. So, just like Leo, it's courage and pride. So, use your inner strength of the lion. Allow yourself to be loved. Allow yourself to be seen. Love every aspect of you, even your ego. We all need our ego. It's not, if we had no ego, then I feel like we wouldn't have that competitive side to grow. You almost need that, the balance, obviously, not to do anything. So you see yourself in everyone, and that knowing that what you see in others as flaws are sometimes what we have to face within ourselves. And that can be hard to understand. That is a big growth right there. All right, so keep a couple of these cards. You're discovering your purpose right now. You don't know what you're here to do. I feel like that's what your subconscious is doing right now, which can push you away from certain people and energies, which may cause that lonely feeling. But once that has happened, a new cycle comes in, and it's just like you're attracting this new vibe of people, and it'll be your frequency. So you won't have to be anything but your authentic self. Oops, sorry about that. All right, eagle. So really having this higher outlook, really seeing through an eagle's eye what you need to see see it's really expanding and zooming out. You know, not focusing on the little details right now. It's the Capricorn energy we're getting out of. But Pluto in retrograde Capricorn, they feel like nitpicking at things and the physical that are challenges, yes, but that's a part of our human experience, not our soul's purpose. My phone doesn't fall. All right, and let go of EMP, right? Okay, this card has been coming out every time I shuffle them. It's actually made me laugh. They really want to send you a message. They do. So Peacekeeper, I'm definitely going to look up that card because it's becoming a message. Oh, my dog just snickered. So all right. Gonna have to do a next reading with the follow-up Celtic cross for the angels and ancestors. I have to go get my dog. Just snicker. All right. Just like little challenges, no big deal. All right, guys. So I'm just gonna pull quickly, and we have to sign out quick. Hope this messages help. It's always for positive, and if anything does trigger you in any way, time to maybe just think why. Why is that triggering you? No? Allow yourself that time to heal. Maybe you need more healing before this new way of thinking. I mean, it's not for everybody. It's going to be hard for some people that like that structured energy. This is definitely more of the trailblazer, going with our authentic self and evolving for humankind. Creating a better world for the next generations. That's what this is all about. Aquarius is the 11th sign. Might mean something to you. 11 is 2 also. Intuition. So I'm seeing the dark and the light right now. If you're seeing a little bit more dark, don't worry, it'll always balance out. So if you're in a dark time, just like teeter-totter has to go back the other way. So what goes up goes down. So if we're in a dark place, remember it's for a reason. Feel the energy. Day by day, breathe it out. Take time to relax. Get out of your head and the situations you're in. Allow yourself peace and joy, and know that you do deserve it. Hold the space. Hold your energy. Like the ancestors and shapeshifter. All right, yeah, so definitely ancestors in all these cards. So letting go of the need to be right. So I feel like this is something, not the easiest thing to do, but knowing that keeping the peace is a way to stop most cycles, not arguing and wanting to be right, even if you know you're right. Just that energy of the ego needing to always debate and that energy, I feel like that is a huge letting go of your pride, you know, when you don't need to be right. Being happy is better than being right. So let go of the need to be right. So you are the peacekeeper. You have that energy to heal, and don't let yourself be in a lower frequency. Let go of others' energy that have that need, the needy feeling, you know, they need this, they need that for their own, to fill their own, not just ego, but just fill that space in them. They don't want to heal, and they don't want to look in the mirror, so it's easier to need things from others and always judge others, but I feel like the stillness in that, when you let go of that energy of continuing this human experience of people always having to be right, always trying to prove a point, but I feel have a little bit, like, there's things that we can learn from each other just by listening and saying, no, that's not what it is, this is the way it is. Well, maybe there's just an extra fact that we need to learn. So listening to each other, really communicating. All right, I'm shuffling again, but let's look at the bottom. Oracle, wait for important messages. Definitely guiding messages right now from the universe. Make sure you're listening and manifesting, opening your mind to these activations. Don't let it be cluttered with all this argumentative energy of once you let go, the information comes in. You have to empty all of the clutter first to absorb more new information, right? We're always learning. Nobody knows everything, so. Peacekeeper. All right. So I feel like the shapeshifter energy it's like your intuition pulling you in all these different directions. You're getting all these different messages from, maybe animals talking to you, and it's almost like you feel off. You may not feel like you're growing or transforming, or there's having an activation, because sometimes an activation feels like a headache, body aches, maybe tired, right? Because it's activating and opening chakras. So allow this alchemy of taking a situation, turning it into something else. I feel like that's your gift, is you're able to see different angles and bring light, and then bring dark. I feel like you also have had many lifetimes of these lessons. So you may be either feeling, remembering past lives, very strong connection with animals and nature. I feel you are transforming and changing. So just know that this is a gift. This is not, you feel like, oh, why me? I don't want this to be happening to me. It is happening to everybody. But when you have gifts and you start to know how to use your gifts and powers, it really makes it a lot easier. Just allow yourself to transform naturally. Accept this energy, but don't push it or rush it. It's an activation, so allow your time peace to heal, transformations and shedding skins and caterpillars to butterflies. I mean, it's an uncomfortable experience, but in the end, like you see a beautiful new transformation, evolving, like new stage, new growth here. All right, so. This card has come out so much. I'm going to give it a quick read. Let go of the need to be right. Choose peace and happiness over the need to be right. Rather than trying to prove a point, save your energy for what's important. The Peacekeeper is a wise Native American woman who has been influenced by white buffalo. She holds a peace pipe, which is emblematic of surrendering the need to fight and offering harmony instead. She is a soul who knows what it's like to feel under threat and to stand up for what she believes in, what is right. Her medicine helps you to take the higher road in every situation, even if you're under pressure to make a quick decision. It is a reminder that within your hands lies the power to make the right choice for all involved. You may be feeling on edge due to a stressful situation. There's a warrior within you that wants to rise up, prove your point, and get to the truth. But you're being reminded by ancestor wisdom that truth will always be revealed in the end. It's more important at this time to avoid arguments or heated discussions where you know you'll be fighting a losing battle. There is much more power in choosing to move forward from a higher perspective. This will allow you to connect deeply to the guidance within and the intuition that will lead you towards the healing of the whole situation, along with any wounds it may have inflicted on you. Choose peace. You know it's calling you. Alright, so as easy as that sounds, it's not always easy to choose peace. And the buffalo is white, so I feel like it's, you know what you need to do. Like, it's, buffaloes are big, it's like an elephant in the room, right? It's white. I feel like it's asking you to choose the light, even when others are showing you dark. Don't fight dark with dark. Light always wins, even if in the moment you feel like you've lost and you surrendered and almost gave up. It's not about being right, though. So that is the growth. That is the highest growth, is to, because that is doing something. Saying nothing and doing nothing is actually a huge like statement for somebody, you know. When you don't fight back anymore, it's that person loses interest. All right. Quick tarot, and that's it. Collective reading for, not for the collective, but this is an individual for whoever this resonates with. So this is an individual reading for all signs, timeless, your soul's journey, extra guidance right now, just to help you remember. What do you need to remember? What do you need to remember this time? Messages for very important selected, the ones that are choosing to see this activations. Even though sometimes it does feel like you're at a loss, it does feel like, because we're leaving something behind, so it is losing something technically, but as you see, the cups are spilled over, there are still 5 more that aren't, so turning around would allow you to see that there is change after this regret, guilt, sadness, loss, grief, loneliness, negative emotions. So feeling abandoned, could be trauma, like past trauma. So turning around, this new leaf, it's almost like one day waking up and realizing that your subconscious has kind of filed away all these emotions in a way, and you feel fresh, Aquarius energy, ready to be this warrior. Not for anybody else, just for yourself. No warrior for fighting, that's for sure. War does nothing. The only war of peace. So this is a battle for your freedom in your mind, I feel like. It's not a collective thing that we all think. We're all trapped in our own minds from things that we see on TV and all this worldly stuff going on, when really we just need to focus on ourselves. This is something that can help, obviously, but if it's something happening across the world that you can't do anything about, stop feeding your energy into that, okay? So we all have our own things we need to be focusing on. Alright, so it's been a time of reflecting, letting go, really getting perspective after this big change, you know, there's loss and this Pisces energy, not knowing where the next step is, you know, the unknown. And then the Seven of Pentacles, things coming in, hard work, harvest. So there's something that you have after this, in this Hangman energy, you have been doing much reflecting and looking at the right direction to go. 12 can be 3, which is the Empress, giving new birth, nourishing this new energy of nurturing yourself. So this is manifestations on goals that you're wanting to do that are for the future, cultivating and growing, planning. All your hard work is paying off, the Seven of Pentacles. All right, and then we have forward planning, moving forward, freedom. Again, hard work paying off with the foresight, 3 of Wands. So this is waiting for your ships to come in. Really experiencing life. There may be choices and outcome. You're kind of wavering to go, which way to go. I think you're thinking of, you know which way to go, but it's still waiting, still. Okay, balance. Be balancing too much. Temperance coming in to bring back balance, peace, patience, perspective, and harmonious relationships. That's awesome. So could be healing some kind of relationship right now, soulmates, news of this soulmate energy coming back in, big changes, opportunity, something you're really jumping into. So I feel like after you've had this loss, perspective, juggling too much, balance, and having this news on planning to come in. Now there's big changes and you're rushing in. All right. Hope that helped, guys. Until next time.